Hello, my name's Jo, and on this video today, we're going to be exploring what is confidence. So let's get started. So what is confidence? So when we talk about confidence, we break this down into two separate parts. Self-confidence, which is the way we feel inside, and projecting confidence, which is the way others see you. Self-confidence is an attitude about your skills and abilities. It means you accept and trust yourself and have a sense of control in your life. You know your strengths and weaknesses well and have a positive view of yourself. Projecting confidence is all about the way you are perceived by other people. Your body language plays a huge part in this, and this is something we'll be looking at in our next video. You can project confidence externally without feeling that way. We've all felt a lack of confidence at some point in our lives. These are the times we probably need to act more confident than we feel, or even push ourselves outside of our comfort zone. It's helpful to understand a bit more about how our brain works and how that impacts our confidence. Confidence is a state of mind. A study from the ATR Institute in Japan found that the brain activity patterns are actually different for people with high levels of confidence and those with lower levels of confidence. The good news is that self-confidence can be trained. Your brain forms pathways based on your actions and behaviour. If you constantly repeat the same behaviour, your brain uses these pathways more frequently and they become more of a fixed reaction. An example of this would be always thinking that what you do isn't good enough. If you always think that way, your brain becomes hardwired to automatically adopt this thought process, making it harder, but not impossible to change. Equally, if you constantly reinforce that what you are doing is good, your brain will want to use that pathway more often. It's also really important to work out what anchors you. Think about, what do you feel helps you to cope in times of low confidence? Finally, understanding your values and what's important to you can also help to change your thinking and boost your confidence. Reflect on, what do you value? This could be family, friends, or hobbies. So, how can we train our brain to develop our self-confidence? Firstly, we need to identify what can drain your confidence. So, what can drain your confidence? Diet. Diet is an important part of the process, which will have a huge impact on brain chemistry and feelings of self-worth. Sometimes a poor diet and a lack of activity can lead us feeling full of shame and guilt, which can turn into a vicious circle. People. You might feel uncomfortable meeting new people, and equally it could be that there are particular people in your life who have a negative impact on your confidence levels. Change. Change and upheaval brings uncertainty, and this can have a negative impact on your confidence. Whether it's moving house or starting a new job, anything that removes you from your comfort zone can knock your confidence. Mindset. We've mentioned mindset before and how habitual behaviour reinforces certain neural pathways within the brain. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. And finally, our experiences. So what experiences have impacted the way you approach situations? For example, are you nervous or pessimistic before a job interview? So, we can recognise what can negatively impact our confidence, but what can we do to change that? Comfort zones. So people tend to feel most confident when they are operating in their comfort zone. So what is a comfort zone? A comfort zone is a situation where we feel comfortable and we don't have to do anything new or different or particularly difficult. And for many of us, we might spend lots of time here or we might be quite happy here. Stepping out of our comfort zone can be really difficult, and often this is what creates a barrier between trying something new and remaining in the same situation. Although it can be scary to step out of your comfort zone, it can provide fantastic benefits. For instance, if you constantly stretch yourself and operate out of where you normally feel comfortable, you'll grow your comfort zone around you. So have a think about what are some of the things that push you out of your comfort zone. What can boost your confidence? A lot of this is the opposite of what drains your confidence. A good diet and exercise leads to better physical health, which positively impacts brain chemistry, allowing you to more easily act with confidence. People. Other people can have a huge positive impact on your confidence and also your mental health. Spend time with the people that make you feel good about yourself, and you can actively improve your mood. This could be family, friends, or anyone who has a positive effect on you. Mindset. Our brains can be tricked into acting the way we want them to. If you continually tell yourself something, your brain starts to believe it. Although it may sound a strange concept, speaking to yourself in the mirror or just in your own head and vocalising the way you want to feel can genuinely change the way you will be thinking. You can also achieve this through memory by thinking of a time that you felt the way you want to feel. Music can also be a really powerful tool to help you get into a particular mindset. Reframing, changing the words that you tell yourself. For example, I've got to take the kids to school can be changed into, I get to spend time with my kids on the way to school. Think about which of these would really help you. We've looked at what confidence is and what boosts and drains our confidence. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. You'll find loads more information on our platform, and I'll see you again soon.